Hello friends. Today I am headed to bins, but I am gonna get my shipping out really quick, and I had some pretty decent sales, so I wanted to show you. It is Thursday for me right now, so I don't normally ship on Thursday, but tomorrow there's a big church garage sale that I want to go to, and I just don't know how much of my day that's gonna take up, so I don't want to have to be tied down to the house tomorrow to make sure I get my shipping out. So this way, these ones will be done. So let me just show you. First thing, I did pull them out just because I got to get going. But this is a Columbia, like a vest with the Omni Heat inside. I did find this at the bins. It sold on eBay for $27.32. Okay. This is the brand Taylor Stitch. I love selling this brand. This is just a pair of pants, and they were in pretty rough condition. I found them at the bins. Somebody offered me $40 on Posh. They've been listed at least probably 3 weeks at this point, so I thought I could get more like 50 to 60, but I took the 40 just based on the condition and since they've been listed a few weeks. So definitely a bolo though. Definitely not a bolo here. These are some Skechers. I've had these since I was doing shoes only, so probably over 2 years in my inventory. I paid $12.99 for this pair. It finally sold on Posh for $24, so I might be making like $3 or $4 profit, so definitely not worth it. It's not that all Skechers are not worth it, it's just, I don't know, those ones did not perform well, so I would get those from the bins, but definitely not for $12.99 ever again. These are some little girl Birkenstocks. These are not from the bins. I got these at a normal thrift for $5. They sold on Posh for $23. These Nike slide sandals are from the bins. They sold on eBay for $19.95. These have also been listed a while, but they actually sold for a decent amount still. It's Sorel sandals. I probably had these close to 2 years also. I only paid $10.99 though, and they sold for $53.95 on eBay. These are some Hagar pants. I just got these from the bins. Actually, these sold the same day that I listed them. So really, really fast sale. $13.97. So not the biggest sale, but like that's at least a $10 profit, which is awesome in one day. That's why I just pick up these basic like mall brand type things if they're new at tag, because they do sell. All right, and then these Teva sandals are from the bins, and these sold on eBay for $16.11. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere else, you've probably already seen this sale. But I'll show it to you here. So this is what I found on my on our anniversary. Me and Chris, we went to dinner, and then we had a couple more hours till we had to go back pick up the kids. So I was like, let's go to Goodwill. And so we went to Goodwill. And I'm very glad I did, because I found some pretty decent stuff that day, but the best thing was this dress. So I'm sure you guys have heard of Johnny Was. Normally, Johnny Was is going to be like the super vibrant, floral, embroidered, colorful pieces, but this one clearly isn't. So honestly, if this was one of those, it probably would not have still been at Goodwill. So I'm also glad I was looking through the dresses. That's not a section I ever really look at. So I think I was only looking at it because I was looking for a dress for myself for Mother's Day. And yeah, so I'm really glad I looked through it. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. It's just a black floral lace maxi. And it does have the full, it has like the slip piece too. So really, really nice dress. This also sold the same day that I listed it. I paid $12.99 at Goodwill. It sold for $101.36. So yeah, if this was the colorful embroidered one, it would probably have went for more than that. But I'm so excited with that sale. All right, I am going to run upstairs. I only have about 15 minutes, so I'm going to get these packed up, and then we will head over to bins, and hopefully I can show you some cool finds. Hello again. It's actually 5 days later now, but I had such a good day at the bins. I still need to share all of my finds with you. I don't know if you guys can see, but it was 2 Hulkins full, plus this whole red bag is full of stuff that I'm going to take to Once Upon a Child. So I'm going to share that with you. I did want to quickly thank Honey Hole Resale. She sent me a coffee, and I did want to read her comment just because I think it's important. And I know a lot of us feel this way. So I just want anybody that's listening to know that you're not alone. But she said, Kathy, thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience. I personally have felt some shame in reselling because I feel like people don't appreciate or understand it the same way I do. In reality, resellers are helping many people get quality items for less than retail, and we make it really easy for them to find, essentially doing all the work for working busy people. There's so much value in reselling. Thank you for helping us figure out the game. So thank you for the coffee. And yeah, it's funny. Well, it's not funny. I was actually just talking about this in therapy today because, yeah, the more content I post, the more hate I get, which it is what it is. Can't control other people, so all I can do is control my attitude to the negativity. So that's what I'm personally working on. But yeah, everything you said here is so true. Like reselling is really, really important, which is why I'm not giving up doing content, even though the more I do, the more negativity does come. But hopefully, I don't know. I doubt I'm going to change the super naysayers' minds, but hopefully if they keep seeing my stuff over and over and over again, maybe they'll think twice about their mindset on it. So yeah, I hope any of you that feel the same way know that you're not alone and that, yeah, you're doing a good job and what you do matters and it's important. So, all right, I'm going to jump into this bins haul. I'm going to go through the Once Upon a Child stuff just super quickly because I'm not going to resell it. So I'm not going to say prices or anything. And I haven't been to Once Upon a Child in a couple of weeks, so I'm excited because this was a lot and I already have half a bin ready to go. So it should be at least well over $100, I think. Shout out my friend Brandy. She gave me this little Walmart kit set. And she gave me this Old Navy New at Tag baby pajama set. Little Lego kit. This is new sealed, so I'm going to take it there. Brandy gave me these girls H&M New at Tag leggings. All right. I grabbed this Jonah Michelle dress. Our Once Upon a Child loves these like fancy dresses, so I'm sure they'll grab that. Got Oomfies, little shoes. We got a Quicksilver snow bib, and even though we're headed into summer, ours does buy all seasons all the time. I would check with your local one if you are not sure about that. This is Athletic Work, so it's a Walmart kids athletic shirt. We got Cat and Jack little pants. This is also Athletic Works New at Tag pants. This is Eddie Bauer kids. I might see if Sai needs a pair of navy blue shorts. These are Eddie Bauer. I probably already just said that, Eddie Bauer. So I'll check his closet first. This is Wonder Nation, which is a Walmart brand New at Tag shirt. Got a little Carter's. So much New at Tags this day. Like I'm telling you, I don't honestly remember all of what I got, but I just remember it being so good. And to me, so good is just like, I stayed here about 5.5 hours, I believe. And just finding a good amount of things is what I consider good. I don't know that there's anything like amazing. I can't remember. So, these are some little Old Navy flip-flops. Carter's little fleece. Carter's footy. Oh, this was a little, I pulled this off of Build-A-Bear. Just a little outfit. And Once Upon a Child does usually buy those from me. If they don't, these sell well on eBay also. I would just rather get a couple bucks quick versus like 10 bucks after, you know, doing more work to list it on eBay. This is All in Motion. Got some Oshkosh corduroy overalls, little Old Navy shirt, Nike onesie. These are Cat and Jack like uniform shorts. All in motion. This is the cutest little baby gap. I probably could list this on my own, but that's always a trap. It usually will take a while to sell, and then I regret listing it, even though it does eventually sell for quite a bit more than Once Upon a Child would give me, but I'm going to just take it there. I did notice this was only from May of 2024, so barely just like a year ago. Super cute. We got a little Zara baby puffer vest. I will see, what size is this? I was gonna say I'll see if my son wants this, but I think Connor's outgrowing this size, and my youngest doesn't like long sleeves. So a Nike shirt for Once Upon a Child. This is Carter's. This is Mini Bowden. It's an older tag. I'm not sure if they'll take it, but I'm happy to list this if they don't. My kids had this when they were younger, so cute. This is Cat and Jack, I think. Nope, just like an unbranded little sandal. This is just feels like a little cheapy shoe, but honestly, I know these are big, but they probably don't even weigh a pound, so I might not make a ton from Once Upon a Child, but I think somebody will be happy to find those there. Got a little Cat and Jack chambray shirt. Children's Place. We got Wonder Nation. Art Class bathing suit. Old Navy flannel. Cat and Jack corduroy skirt. Got All in Motion girls jogger pants. These are really cute. Vigos shorts. They got the embroidery, flowers, sun, and a little butterfly there. These are Jumping Beans girls jeans. These were Cat and Jack overalls. Super cute little cherry shorts. These are Modern Moments by Gerber. Got Old Navy performance short. I wish these were my kid size. They're just Walmart basics, but always need undershirts, but a little bit too small for my guys. This is Old Navy, just basic striped shirt. Got Canyon River, some girls new with tag shorts. This is Carter's. I think Brandy gave me this. Thanks, Brandy. Mario Kart, but it's Jumping Beans brand. Some Cat and Jack water shoes. This is Shein. We'll see. They didn't take my last Shein piece, but they've taken every other Shein thing I bring them, so hopefully they grab that. This was not 69 cents anymore, but it was not super heavy, so I did grab that. I don't know if they'll take it. It's hit or miss if they take arts and crafts things from me. And last thing is this Wonder Nation like velvety tulle dress. So that was a good amount of stuff for Once Upon a Child, I think, in one day, one trip. So very, very happy with that. All right, let's get into the stuff I'm either, I think a few of these, I can just tell. These few things on the top here are going to the consignment sale, but I think I'm listing most of this on my own. All right. I think I'm gonna throw anything for the consignment right on top of my Once Upon a Child bin. So the first thing I'm taking to the consignment sale, and the consignment sale I'm talking about is Ray Alana. It's gonna happen again in the fall. I just did one, I think last month, maybe in March, for the spring. So yeah, it's only twice a year. I have also in the past done JBF. So that's also an option. If you guys Google that, they're usually in most states, I think. So the way I'm doing it now with Ray Alana is somebody else tags the items for me, so I get a less percentage, but I don't have to do really any of the work, except, you know, I'm sourcing items for the next 6 months, and then I just drop them off at her house. So I think that's really great. She gets to make money. I get to make money. We get to save stuff from the landfill. I'm actually really excited to see how the fall sale goes, just because I'm going to have quite a bit more inventory than I did for the spring one. Anyways, Boppy pillow. I don't think it's new, but it is in excellent condition. I did take it out and inspect it, so that's great. In the past, I have just taken boppy covers off when I find these at the bins. A lot of times the pillows are kind of well loved, but the covers obviously don't weigh very much, and yeah, so I sell those on eBay 10 to 15 bucks. Our bins charges 49 cents for linen, so that is a big item, but it didn't weigh a whole lot, so that was still probably only a buck or two to me. Brandon gave me this, and I don't actually know the brand, but it's definitely a bamboo type blanket, so that type of stuff usually sells well. So I'm thinking this for the consignment sale. I don't know where the tag is. There it is. I might check comps on eBay and Posh just to see, but if it's not more than maybe like 15, 20 bucks, I would probably just take this to the consignment sale. The brand was Lev Baby. So let me know if you guys have heard of that or sold that, but it's a really big one. So super soft. This is a Spider-Man pillow for consignment. This my friend Crystal gave me at the bin, so thank you. They did charge me linen pricing on this. I'm torn whether or not to just take this to Once Upon a Child. They would buy it. They've bought these from me before. Or if I save this for the consignment sale, because it would probably go for quite a bit more. But then again, I'm not getting as much, so it'd probably be similar to the Once Upon a Child payout. I also think I looked this up on eBay and it might have been going for 20. So I might even just list this. I got to think about this one a little bit more, but yeah, Paw Patrol Knew It tag rug. And I don't know if I said this in a video. I think I did, that our games and puzzles are no longer 69 cents. It's so sad. But this one I knew was good because I found it one time at the bins when it was 69 cents, and we still have it here and we played it and it's really fun. So we're keeping that one, but I found this one, and so I'm going to sell this one. And I think even pre-owned solds were around $40 plus ship, and the sell-through was really, really good. So yeah. Yeah, some of these games can go for good money. And if you haven't played this game or seen it, it's a good one, I would say. It was Everdell, in case you're listening and not looking at the screen. That reminds me. So I paid $169 for everything I'm showing you. I did also get a chess marble set that day, which I don't have here because we've already played it. I got that for basically me and Cyrus. My son loves playing chess. So every time, not every time, but I found a nice wood one recently, and then I love marble, so I got this marble one too. So we played that. That one was super heavy though, and it cost $12 by weight. And that's when they gave me the heavyweight item price of $12. If I was paying like per pound, I think it would have been closer to like 20 bucks. So, I mean, I think it's like, I think retail this chessboard would have been like $200 in today's money, but yeah, still to pay $12 at the bins for one game is a little bit hard to swallow, but also a great deal. So I'm happy I found that. Trying to see here. Yeah, $169.85. So the linens, everything I showed you, the boppy, the Spider-Man pillow, the activity rug, and that tie-dye blanket. And I think this towel. I might try this at Once Upon a Child. I don't know that they'll take a towel, but it is kind of like the one with the hood and stuff. So otherwise this will go to the consignment sale, but yeah. So that counted as a linen. So all those items were only $417 total, which is great. And then yeah, the $12 chessboard, and then the Everdell game was $662 on its own. All right. Show you these plushies really quick. Well, you guys have probably seen me sell one of these before. It's Folk Manus. So this is a good puppet brand to look out for. I've sold several at this point, several different animals. Only one owl, but I already have like 2, maybe even 3 more like in my death pile somewhere. But I found this one, so I grabbed it too. So now I have 3 for sure. I think the last one I sold was somewhere in the $10 to $15 range. But yeah, I already have the listing in List Perfectly, so I'm just going to add new photos, copy the title. Super duper easy listing. So this day there was like so much Build-A-Bears. There was probably 2 or 3 bins full of stuffed animals, mostly Build-A-Bears. Most of them were just the bear, the actual bear ones. And those usually are not really worth much. Honestly, most Build-A-Bears are not really worth much. I don't know. Well, I know this one looked interesting, which is what made me look it up. I've sold this one before, this frog, this basic green one, and it was maybe like 15 bucks. But yeah, for whatever reason, I was like, well, let me just see this one because it's colorful. Who knows if it's a special one. Apparently, it's a special one. The comps on this were between 60 and 70 for a pre-owned one. So I'm really glad I thought to look at that. And I don't think there's any listed on eBay right now of this. There's a smaller version of it, and I think there's a couple listed of that, but none of this size. So this should probably sell in a day or two after I list it. I'm really excited about that one. And then, yeah, this guy, I just think he's cute. So I did grab him mostly because, like I said, I've already sold him before. So I have a listing in List Perfectly. So add new photos and copy the title. Plus, he's wearing this cute outfit, which generally I would just strip his outfit and take that. But I am going to strip him and sell the outfit separately or take it to Once Upon a Child. Okay. Oh, and then I found these little NFL, sort of like minifigs, but it's not actual Lego brand. Anyways, I don't even know these. Well, Russell Wilson, isn't he like on the Broncos now? And then this is Marshawn Lynch. So I don't even know if these are like current, but I did look this one up, the Russell Wilson, and I think I saw like a $15 plus shipping comp just for him. So these weigh next to nothing. I was like, it's probably worth just grabbing them. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm doing this haul in my basement, it's because I kind of finally got my office into some not disaster sort of order. So I didn't want to, bring all of this right into there. So I'm going to, I'm sorting it here as we go, but then I will just bring probably one bin at a time of clothes and deal with it that way instead of just, when I put too much in there, I get overwhelmed. So we're going to overwhelm myself down here and not up there. All right, this is J. Crew Factory, but it was so cute. What is this, a little llama or alpaca? It is like embroidered. I think it's a wool blend, but J. Crew novelty stuff usually does well. Yeah, it has 30% wool, so I did not look up a comp, honestly. So I want to get this video out to you guys hopefully today. Right now, today is Tuesday. No, yeah, Tuesday. Hopefully you're seeing this Tuesday night, but if not, probably Wednesday morning. Anyways, I want to get this video out to you tonight, so please forgive me if I don't put a ton of comps for like every single thing because that would take a lot longer to edit. So, yeah, the numbers I'm going to tell you are just kind of off the top of my head based on similar things I've sold in the past. I could be way off. I'm not trying to exaggerate or anything like that, so just take it with a grain of salt what I'm saying, and always check comps for yourself if you're worried, when you're going to pick something up, if it's worth it or not. To me, I'm like, okay, it's all from the bins. It's like weighs next to nothing. To me, it's worth it even if I can make 10 bucks. So anyway, something like this, I want to say this is probably, I'm going to list around 30, but we'll see. This, I don't know anything about it, but I do know that rugby stuff is in right now. And the brand just says rugby wear. So, I mean, what's more rugby than rugby wear? I did not check a comp, but I'm hoping because rugby stuff is in that this is, oh, just kidding. This is going to be a redonate. Womp womp. See, I was running out of time at the bins because there was so much good stuff. It has it probably had an embroidery right here that got pulled out. That's okay. So this based on weight, it's probably close to £1. So I am losing $2, but I don't even really think about it because everything else is still going to sell well. Alrighty. Oh, could have grabbed from up there still. This is, I don't know how you say it, Sigrid Olsen. I just grabbed this because it was 100% linen, so perfect time of year to sell that. We got new at Tag Fabletics. These are the Power Hold. This is size large. Yeah. women's large, so I don't know, I want to say around 30 or so out of those. This is Lauren Conrad, but I just love Lauren Conrad stuff, even though it's just from Kohl's. It's a really, really pretty dress. I think I can at least pull 20 bucks out of that. We got a Viore shirt. It's a women's large. It does still have the pull tag. It does seem like it has a little wash wear, but that's okay. I imagine this is probably close to 30 bucks. Right, this is Jose Bank. I don't grab all Jose Bank, but this said tailored fit and it's like a floral print, so I thought that was nicer. And it's 100% cotton. I'm thinking 15 to 20 out of that. I love selling this brand. These do have a stain, so I'm going to try to work on that. But I just love this brand, so I grabbed it. It's Bird Dogs. If you don't know that one, it used to be a lot better like last summer, but it's still okay. Yeah, these have some sort of like little stain right here, so hopefully I can get it out. If not, I bet I could at least still make a small profit off of these, and someone will be happy to get a good deal. Like if that stain came out though and these were like good condition, they would probably go for $30 to $40. This I just thought was a cool find. I think I only saw one sold comp of the brand, but it seems like kind of a handmade type thing that there's probably just not a ton of anyways. It says Aventura from Taos, New Mexico. Made in the USA, 100% wool. So that's what the tag looks like. But yeah, just a really cool wool jacket. This is an extra small, so that might take it a little bit longer to sell, but I could not leave this there. The sold comp that I did see of the brand was a bigger size, but it was for over $100, which I thought was great. And I think all the ones listed were about around the $100 range. So I'm hopeful. But yeah, worst case, I imagine 50, 70, like that should do well. If you're new here, I always pick up these random little people that I find when I just find one or two here and there. Once I have around 20, I will just lot them up approximately $1 a piece as a full lot. At the bins, these weigh next to nothing, so then I make around 20 bucks. Yeah, super easy, and they usually sell fast. This is just a hat. It was in very good condition. New era. What is this? Orioles, I think. So that should do okay. And then what is this? Detroit Lions. I think it says NFL in it. Yeah, it's fleece lined. Really good condition. I love picking up stuff like this, even to sell for around 10 bucks. This is the brand Pajamagram. It is Christmas related, but I wasn't going to leave a new tag pajama there. This I'm sure is over 20. Maybe might take a while to sell though. This is a Spanx bra. I don't know if I knew Spanx made bras. I mean, I guess I knew they made shapewear. I don't know. I've never seen an actual bra though. So, I don't know. I did not check a comp. I just grabbed that. I don't know. Hopefully at least 10 bucks. So these are Lily Pulitzer shorts. They are, I would say they're in okay condition. They're not like super faded, but they're definitely not super vibrant anymore either. So yeah, at bins weight, you know, these probably weigh 5 or 6 ounces, so less than $1. I wasn't going to leave them, but I know in a thrift with me recently, I left a pair at a regular Goodwill that were priced around $5.99. So price definitely matters to me as whether I'm going to pick something up or not. I'm hoping at least 20 bucks still out of those. Brandy passed me this. It's one of these. Well, this one says Aaron Moore, but I think it's like similar to Aaron Crafts. Those sweaters usually sell for 50 plus, so I'm hopeful for that on this one. These are some boys' Under Armour joggers for my son Connor. I have not sold this brand, but I've heard of it. I think it's just Cup, C-U-U-P bra. I think I can pull 15 to 20 out of that one. This is a men's outdoor research flannel. So I love selling outdoor research. This is probably close to a $30 shirt, I would think. These are men's chubbies. So not as exciting as like the super colorful swim trunks that are fully lined, but a little chino short is probably 15 to 20, super easy listing. I know some of you might think this is weird, but I do grab like new at tag panties from the bins. This is pink Victoria's Secret, little thong. Why not? 8 to 10 bucks probably out of that. And then this is Carved Designs, but it is just the bottom only, a bikini bottom. I like selling this brand. I'm hopeful for 15 to 20 out of that. This was a new to me brand, but it was interesting, so I looked it up. Let me know if you guys have heard of this. I think it's Fanka, or that's what the tag looks like, or the back side just has that little logo. But yeah, just a pair of like athletic leggings. I don't know if you can see that. They're a little bit textured. Anyways, I was seeing pre-owned comps for like 40 bucks. So I'm excited to just try that out since it's new to me. Got another pair of new with tag Fabletics. Size medium. Hopefully 30 or so. These are some Everlane women's, like a dress pant, just black. So, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks or so out of those. Oh, this was so cute. It just says Homestead Home Knits from Durango, Colorado, 100% merino wool. It does only have like a $12 price tag, but how cute. They probably sold this at like a little farmer's market. That was, if this is hand knit, which it says, that's a lot of work. Anyways, I got this for the consignment sale, so cute. These are older men's Abercrombie & Fitch, but Abercrombie & Fitch men's jeans sell well for me. I think I can pull 20 bucks out of these pretty easily. Okay. All right, this is UGG, just like almost like a Barefoot Dreams type sweater. So that might be like 20 bucks or so. We've got Carhartt women's, just like a windbreaker. Hopefully maybe close to 30 on this one. I was excited about this. This was definitely in a picked over bin. The brand is Holy Clothing. And I know I've sold a dress similar, just like this, for like 50 bucks. So I think that this is probably going to go for that. I know the last one sold really fast too. So I'm excited to get that listed and see how it does. This is J. Crew women's, like, I guess a windbreaker. Definitely feels like nylon. So nice little lightweight spring summer jacket. This I just thought was a cool old military hat. The brand is Stormy Cromer. And then it has like the stitching on the back. I don't think these were going for a lot and the sell-through wasn't great, but it also didn't weigh a whole lot. So I like to fill up my eBay store with just stuff like this that'll sell eventually. And then it's always nice to have those little $10 sales here and there. This I need to wash really well. It's just Legendary Whitetails, like a fleece button-up shirt, but these usually sell for around 20 bucks for me. These I did already try on and I'm going to keep them, I think, but it's just some Judy Blue jeans. So yeah, wear those at least a couple times and then maybe sell them. These are a pair of women's Lucky Brand, so hopefully 20 bucks or so out of those. I'm not really saying buy, sell, trade, but some of this might end up going to buy, sell, trade first. I'm just not sure yet. I also tried these on, and I think I'm going to keep them. They're Lululemon, so I don't actually own any Lululemon leggings for myself. And I did like the fit of these. They seemed like they were holding tightly, which I liked. So I'll at least wear them for a full day and see if I actually like them or not. But if not, I will list those. They should be an easy 30 bucks probably. And if I find any flaws that I missed, I could just take them in for $10 credit at Lululemon. These are some cut from the cloth jeans. They are the Rosa Crop Vintage Straight Leg. So hopefully 20 bucks or so out of those. These I got to try on, and I did try them on. I just didn't know if I loved them, so I'm probably going to list them, but it's probably not going to sell for much. I don't even know this brand. EE colon. Is a colon the 2 dots, and then it's SOME. So anyways, I don't know if you guys can see that tag, but yeah, I just got these because I was looking for clothes for California. These are a nice lightweight linen blend. They fit. I just don't know what. It's just not really me, I think. So I'm gonna list them for something. I don't know what. This is Lucky brand, but just like cute little crew neck, Lake Tahoe. Probably 20 bucks or so. This is just Old Navy Power Soft, but I feel like that sells pretty well. I think I can still get 15 to 20 out of these. A nice little jogger pant. We got American Eagle. These are a mom jean. They are only from 2023, so I might take these to Plato's and hope they buy those. Some Sorel sandals. Maybe like 20 bucks or so out of those. Brandy gave me this one. I don't know the brand, but it's like a linen blend, so I did grab that for Cynthia. So hopefully 15 to 20 or so out of that. Okay, guys, I do not like dresses, really. I don't like photographing them. I don't know. I just don't really like selling them. But this was so pretty. And it was like in a plastic baggie, almost like that, the Brunello dress that I found recently. So obviously if I find something in the bins in a Ziploc, I'm going to open the Ziploc and see what it was. So it was this. Like, this is so pretty, right? It's beaded. It's fully lined. I don't know. I just really liked it. Anyways, this is the brand. Colette Mon Cherie. I don't know. The retail is crazy high. Some comps I was seeing were well over 100, and then I think some were a lot lower. But also there wasn't a lot in general. So this is probably a very, very slow selling item, but I just thought, you know, for somebody, it was just our anniversary a couple weeks ago, like you guys know. And we went to Garden of the Gods. If you've never been in Colorado, it's a beautiful place. You should check it out. We went to like their little resort for the restaurant for dinner, and it like overlooks basically the whole Garden of the Gods. But while we were there, our anniversary is always over prom weekend, and there was just so many kids out there taking their photos, and it just brought back memories from my prom. And I don't know, just like seeing 17, 18-year-olds so excited to be dressed up and stuff. So anyways, when I saw that, I was thinking about that. So hopefully someone buys this and loves it for a prom or a school dance. Alright, this I think I got for the consignment sale. This doesn't have a brand, so Once Upon a Child won't take it, but it does have a size, so I think the consignment will do good for that. This bra brand, if you guys do not know it, I would say it's a bolo for sure. Where is it? Alright, look at the screen right now. It's called Evelyn Bobby. The last one I found was also from the bins, and it sold very fast for, I want to say, close to $40. So, yeah. I don't know why, but bolo. These have stains on them, but I still grab them because I like selling baggy shorts right now. They're anchor blue. So I will just point out the stains, and hopefully, I don't think these are going for what they were a summer or two ago, but I think I can still pull 20 bucks at least out of those. Right, we got a men's North Face soft shell. It's probably at least 30. This, I think, is women's. Yeah, it says 3X 24W to 26W. It's also, well, it's like part soft shell, part fleece with another fleece lining. It's a really nice little jacket, and I like selling Land's End. I bet this is probably about $30. This is Wendy's, like the fast food restaurant apron, but honestly, this is probably about a $15 sale still. This is Old Navy, pretty basic little sweater, but I do really well with Old Navy, so I did grab that. Hopefully 15 to 20. This is not Free People, but it reminded me of like the Free People bag, so I did get it since it was new. I think I could probably sell this for at least 30 bucks. So, yeah. All right, last few things. This is just a hat for the consignment sale. UV Skins reversible bucket hat. This needs a good wash, but it is Patagonia. It's not in the best shape. I don't expect a ton for it, but it's organic cotton, like a waffle knit sweater. I'm thinking, I don't know, hopefully at least 20 bucks for that. Oh, my friend Brandy gave me this, and I don't know this brand, but she had already looked up a comp and sell through for me, so thanks, Brandy. Tuxy, Tuxy. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's like a men's romper thing. It's like a sweatsuit. And yeah, pre-owned comps are about $50 to $60, so I did go ahead and grab that. I'm going to hate photographing that. All right, last few. This is just a little baby toy for consignment. It's Cloud Island brand, so it has like that crinkly, and then this, so I will wash these before I put them in there, but that's cute. And then a little soft book. I'm gonna just keep picking these up when I find them at the bins because they weigh like next to nothing. They should sell at the consignment for a few bucks a piece. These are men's little on running shorts, so I don't know, hopefully they'll sell well. We've got a Mountain Hardware jacket. I think Brandy gave me this. That was a good day. Hopefully I gave you some stuff, Brandy. I can't remember. It was just kind of go, go, go. This day they were rotating a lot. The stuff, sometimes they'll rotate a lot, but like it's nothing good, so you go through it pretty quick. But when it's good, you're finding so much that like by the time they bring out another one, you haven't even got through everything, and that's how this day felt for me. So I think this should do well. I love selling Mountain Hardware. Probably 30 plus. And last thing is these Adidas. And they look a little crazy, but that's just how they are. Like it has these like strings hanging from it. So these are the Yohei Yamamoto Adidas. And there's not a lot of comps that I saw. And I don't think I saw any pre-owned solds, but the new at tag ones were $150 to $200, I believe. So I don't know what to expect for these, but hopefully in the $100 range would be cool. So I think they were a good find. All right, I know that was a long bins haul, and I know I've already showed you some what sold at the beginning of today that were from days ago, but I had some really, really good sales today, and I want to share those with you. So I'm going to pause right here, go print my shipping labels, and I will be right back. All right, I am back, and I just realized one item. I don't know if you guys saw when I was putting stuff up here from the bins haul, one thing fell down there, which was this item. So I didn't show you, so I'm going to show you real fast because it's a pretty good one. Cool. We love cool. This is 100% merino wool. It needs a very good lint roll, but I did not see any holes or anything. So this should be a pretty good piece. I'm hoping for at least 30 bucks. All right, sales. In no particular order. And I did, well, I lied. There's a little bit of a particular order. I put the best three at the back, but the rest are in no particular order. And I did just pull them out to make this go a little bit quicker. Since this is already a really long video, I appreciate you guys if you're still watching. Yeah. So you guys saw the Johnny Was dress in the beginning, but what else did I sell? Yeah. One item I sold was even more than that, and it's like, I never sell stuff for this much, so I'm really excited to show you guys. Anyways, these is the first thing I'm going to show you is these Saucony bullets. I just listed these last night, and then they sold this morning, so these always sell so fast. I did pay $12.99 for them just because I know they sell so fast. And yeah, they sold for $43.96. I think that's super great. Right. This J. Crew men's polo shirt is new at tag. I believe I got this from Whatnot, so let's say $5 or $6 out of pocket. This sold on Poshmark for $28. Someone accepted their Posh Your VA offer. This has been listed forever. The brand is Marled. I don't know where that sold or anything. I just thought this was a really cute, like, nautical theme type sweater. And I just liked it, so I bought it from the bins. It finally sold for $9.97, so that's okay with me. The screenshot might not show $9.97 because it seemed like I had sent an offer and then she like bought it on accident without applying the offer. Or I don't know how it works, like when you get a discount. Like when you send offers to watchers, I've never been a buyer, I don't think, so I don't know what it would look like on that end. But anyway, she said she like accidentally didn't click it, so I sent her a partial refund down to the $9.97, which is what she said the offer was. So in case the screenshot shows something different, that is why. I talked about Eddie Bauer Travex stuff in one of my last videos. This is another piece of that line of Eddie Bauer. This is like a women's performance type jacket. I did get it at the bins, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, but Prima, a Denver friend that came down a few months back, and we were just shopping the bins together, handed me this, and I was happy to take it from her because I love selling Eddie Bauer. So anyways, somebody on Posh accepted their Posh Your VA offer. No, they might have made me an offer. I don't remember. $32. So I thought that was super great. And thank you, Prima, for passing me that. I hope I'm going to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow there's a Denver eBay meetup and I'm going to go to it. So I'm excited about that. I'm hoping I'll get at least some clips here and there throughout the day just that I can share with you guys. But I'm not sure how busy it's going to be and how much I can have my phone out and things like that. So I'll do my best, but if not, I can tell you guys about it at a later date. Right. This is the brand Rab. So I love selling this brand. These are from the bins, pair of women's hiking pants. They sold on eBay for $38.46. These Nike little women's running shorts are from the bins. These sold for $14.54 on eBay. Pair of Columbia men's hiking pants. These are from the bins. These do have a little bit of a flaw on them. I can't remember what it was, but somebody offered me $15. I just accepted to just go ahead and move those quickly. This is an Aerie basic t-shirt. I bought this from the bins thinking the buy sell trades would buy it. They didn't, so I listed it. Someone offered $10. I just accepted to go ahead and move it along. It's very basic. This Adidas hat. I believe Camille left this at the bins for me one day. So sometimes if she knows I'm coming, but she's already leaving for the day, she'll like leave me her empty cart, which is so nice because it's always hard to find a cart at our bins if you don't get there like right at opening. So thank you, Camille, for doing that. But also this day she had left me several things to look through. So I did grab this Adidas hat. It sold on eBay for $11.51. Okay. These are a pair of Tory Burch, like white leather stitched flats. I got these from a normal Goodwill for $10.99. Somebody offered me $74 on Posh. I was so happy to accept. Okay. You guys might have seen this in a recent bins haul. The brand is Aviator Nation. I love finding Aviator Nation. And this, yeah, especially at the bins. This is not in amazing condition. It does have some stains and it does have some pilling, but somebody still offered me $98. So I was so happy to accept, and it sold fairly quickly. I think this has been listed around a week or so. Maybe even just a few days. All right. And then this is the sale of probably a while. I think the only other best sale above this in like the last couple months was that Carhartt jacket for like $263. But these are these Arc'teryx gloves that I found at the garage sale just last Friday. So just a few days ago. And these sold. So last night I took my kids to Taekwondo. I was sitting there doing listings while they were in there. I listed these, and then by the time I was done listing the next item, so probably less than 5 minutes, these already sold. And So I always think that means I underpriced them, but maybe it just means I perfectly priced them, or I just got lucky that I have the only ones available. But it's over $159.95, and I only paid $4 for these, so I'm so happy with that sale. I did check comps ahead of time. In fact, I priced them at $160 thinking, oh, our 20-ish% off sale is gonna kick right in, and then that would drop them down to, the highest comps I was seeing was around $140. So I was like, okay, that'll drop it right around there. But the person bought them so quickly, it hadn't even dropped into the sale yet. So I'm thrilled with $160 from a $4 buy. Let me know if you know why these might have sold for that much, but I guess it doesn't even matter. That's awesome. I think Chris is going to be home any minute with the boys, so I'm going to get these upstairs packed up into the post office, and then hopefully get this video edited and out to you guys this evening. And yeah, like I said, I'm headed to Denver tomorrow for a meetup. I'm excited to see some familiar faces and meet some new people as well. Hopefully I can take you guys along to part of that. So yeah, stay tuned for what comes next. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be happening this week. In fact, like, you know, I normally do a Monday What Sold. I didn't this past week just because I was feeling overwhelmed with trying to get caught up on other stuff. And yeah, so this week I'm kind of taking it mostly easy. So something will be the next video, but I don't know what. But I hope to see you guys then. So thanks again for watching. Bye, friends.